Hey everybody, and welcome to the bullshit party. And in this one we're gonna be taking a close look at the new Podium vehicle, the Vulcar Nebula Turbo. As always, we're gonna be taking a look at its exterior, its interior, the way it customizes in Los Santos Customs, and its performance both before and after customizing it. And ultimately I'm gonna be telling you if it's worth it. And with that, let's start with a 360 around the vehicle while I'll give you some facts about it. First off, this vehicle is a part of the sports classics category in GTA Online. If you want to buy it new, it costs $800,000, and it's based on the first generation Volvo 242, which probably means this should be a reliable car. Anyways, in terms of interactivity, this is what you can expect from this vehicle. You can open the hood, both doors, and the trunk. And looking at the engine now is probably a good time to mention that a lot of people think this is the best drifting vehicle of the entire game. And even though it was released a couple of years ago in 2019 when the Diamond and Casino Resort was released, I'll be the judge of that to say if it's worth drifting with or not. Anyways, that's the exterior taken care of, and let's jump in and see what the interior looks like. And yes, I'm sorry about that, I did get a dog recently. Anyways, the interior is what you'd expect, and as for the way the car sounds, it's it sounds rather nicely, and I especially like the way the car shakes when you press the pedal to the metal, as they say. Anyways, with that taken care of, it's time to do our scientific test to see what type of drivetrain this drift vehicle has. Hint, hint. And, okay, no surprises here. It's a rear-wheel drive vehicle. And with that done, it's time to go to Los Santos Customs and see what we can customize on the vehicle. And on our way there, I'm going to be sharing with you my thoughts and impressions of the stock version of this. And we're going to be drifting along the way, so yippee! And first off, as I said in the beginning of the video, this car was released way before the Los Santos Tuners DLC. And I'm very surprised that people are considering this to be the best drifting vehicle in the entire game, but let's wait and see. Maybe it is. Or maybe I just can't drift. Anyhow, I can definitely say that the vehicle's acceleration is decent, the top speed from what I can tell so far is good, the handling is actually great, and the traction is, well, it's not the best, but it's very fun to drive with. And keep in mind, guys, that I'm only talking about the stock version of the Nebula. Oh, I'm sorry, the Nebula Turbo. And just pretend you didn't see that, and moving on. And this is actually looking like it's gonna be one of those times when I go to Los Santos Customs without doing any catastrophic damage to my vehicle. And yep, looking like that, looking like that. So close. Anyhow, we're almost here, so we're gonna be customizing the vehicle, as I said, and that's pretty much it. It's very slidey, it's very slippery, and I actually like the way the stock version of the Nebula Turbo behaves. And here we are in Los Santos Customs, and as I said earlier, this car is a part of the sports classics category in GTA Online. And as always, the first thing we're gonna check is the sell price of the vehicle, and no surprises, you can sell it for only $11,000. Anyway, moving on. As you guys probably know by now, I like to upgrade all the performance options up front, just in case I don't forget anything at the end. And this is also gonna allow me to skim over the customization options and also see what I'm in for. And with that done, let's see what type of bumper options we can choose from. And okay, we can choose to completely remove it, which is actually the one that I'm gonna go with. As for the rear bumper, the option is kind of limited. See what I did there? The option? Anyone? Hello? Is this thing on? Anyways, here are all the exhaust choices that you can choose from. Oh my god, you have 4 options! That's unheard of. Moving on, you can choose to have stupid fenders if that's what you're into. As for the grille, you can choose to remove lights, add lights, remove lights again, and that's pretty much it. All the options so far are kind of stupid, to be honest. But anyway, here are all the hood customization options that you can choose from. You can choose to have visible turbo, visible turbos, and to have nothing on the hood. But I chose to have a rusty hood, because why not? I like to say rusty hood. Moving on to the liveries, here are all the liveries you can choose from. And keep in mind that the one Rockstar gave you is gonna be free for you. So, yeah, that's something. But anyhow, we're gonna go with the none option because I hate liveries and I especially hate those. And next thing we're gonna choose are the... never mind. Mudguards. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have those. As for the license plate, you guys know that I like to go yellow and black. Can't wait to read your comments about that. And in an unusual turn of events, I decided to put a roll cage in this vehicle because we're making a drift vehicle after all. That's gonna have junk trunk. No, I'm kidding. We're not gonna put anything on the roof. In this, the spoiler option is the only one that has any impact on the performance of the vehicle. It increases the traction bar just by a little bit. And I really got a kick out of the fact that you can put a rusty trunk and it's gonna increase the traction bar, so that's what I decided to go with. And here are all 5 suspension settings that you can choose from, and I really don't like the last 3, so I'm gonna go with the lowered suspension, which I think looks best. And next up, because I really like the rims Rockstar chose for this vehicle, I'm gonna keep those. And the last thing we're gonna be customizing is putting a light tint on the windows. Mwah! Perfect. And now the moment you've all been waiting for! Yay! Changing the color of the car. And just like I do every week, this week I asked you guys, the viewers, in a poll to tell me what color do you want me to make this vehicle in the video you're watching right now. And I feel too lazy to post the poll on screen, but suffice to say, gasoline green won, and it won by a mile. And, well, that's it. Thank you so much to everybody that voted on the poll. Hopefully you'll like the color that won. And in case you didn't vote on the poll, or in case you didn't even see the poll, make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss next week's one. Was that? Subscribing takes too much time? No, it doesn't. It takes a second. Go ahead. See? It took only a second. And here we are, finally on the outside, fully customized and ready to drift. Or as close as I can come to drifting. And we've been talking about the customization of this vehicle for far too long. Now let's talk about the performance of it. And I gotta say, it's probably not gonna win any races just because it's kind of on the slowish side, but it's definitely a noticeable improvement on its original stock version. And I'm kind of starting to understand why people are considering this to be the best drifting vehicle of the entire game. I wouldn't say it's the best drifting vehicle of the entire game since the Los Santos Tuners DLC came out, but it's definitely fun to drift around with. And even though I'm not the best at drifting, as you can see here, and here, and here, I can definitely appreciate what Rockstar was trying to do with this vehicle. Oh man, I'm just horrible. Sorry! So, to answer the question, is it worth it, I think is a two-part answer. If you're looking for a fun vehicle to drive around with that you're not gonna be able to really customize to your taste, but you have somewhat of a customization going on, I think it's totally worth it. It's a fun vehicle, you can kinda customize it, but only kind of, and you can, I believe, have a lot of fun with it in free roam. But on the other hand, if you're looking for a reliable vehicle to win races with in its car category, I think you should look probably elsewhere. But that said, if you're watching the video in the week it was released, then this is the current Podium vehicle, which means you can get it for free. And if you don't know how, go on my channel. I do these videos every week. I show you guys how to basically spin the wheel. And for a free vehicle, I don't think you can go wrong with this one. It's just too much fun. And that's coming from me. And I really suck at drifting, as you can see here and here and basically throughout the entire video. And with that, and especially with that, I think it's time to be ending this one. Thanks so much to everybody that watched. Hopefully you liked what you saw, and if that's the case, please don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel or if you're not yet subscribed. And with all that said and done, I'll catch you all in the next one. One, please. Oh, that's rude. How am I supposed to get home now? Okay, walking it is.